Hi, everybody. This is SAAD. Earlier this morning, I was working on a section in my forthcoming book on the power of satire. For those of you who follow me, you're obviously well aware that this is a strategy that I often use when I'm trying to demonstrate a point, when I'm, for example, demonstrating some of the lunacy of, say, social justice warriors. Throughout history, there have been many great satirists, some of whom I mention in that section of my forthcoming book. And so how coincidental it was that as I was talking about this and discussing Poe's law and so on, the following incident took place earlier today. Now, this is not an example of nuanced satire, frankly, because it is so obvious that, I mean, literally anyone short of, a door should be able to recognize that I'm being completely jocular. But apparently there are a lot of perpetually outraged people who are unable to recognize satire that truly is bafflingly obvious. So earlier today, there was a picture posted of Candace Owens, who of course has been on my show, whom I know very well. So I am sort of aware that she is a black woman. And she's in a photo with Imam Tawhidi, who's been on my show many times, who's become a good friend. So of course I also know him very well. But even if I didn't know them, I was retweeting a photo of them. So I obviously know that, for example, Candace is not a white racist. So I take the tweet of Imam Tawhidi and I simply write, "Two disgusting white racists." It's not very difficult to understand what I am satirizing here. And the outrage begins. Let me read you a few of some of my favorite ones. They're really, really good ones. "That's all you people can do is call people names. You have nothing. You are nothing. And you always will be nothing. Live with that." This is Robert L. Dark, Bob. He's taking me seriously. He's thinking that I've looked at a photo of a black woman and a imam from the Middle East, and I've referred to them as disgusting white bigots because I wasn't able with my eyes to tell that Candace Owens is not white. Then a person corrects me. Jojo. The name of the person is Jojo. "She is an African American." And then another person says, "You, sir, are a bigot. If you can't handle people who have different opinions, how do you survive?" This is Jeremy Brady. Anyways, I retweeted their tweets. Why am I mentioning this? Because some lobotomized fool is going to say now, "Why are you wasting your time on this, Professor?" Because their response is a perfect manifestation of the zeitgeist of trigger-happy outrage that we see today. Of course, something that I discuss in my forthcoming book. So these people are so bereft of logic that even when I share a clip of a photo, right? So it's not as though I just had heard of Candace Owens. Never mind that I know her personally. Never mind that she's been on my show. Never mind that Imam Tawhidi has been on my show a million times. He's visited me in Montreal in person. So someone might not know that context. But if I'm retweeting a photo of a person that clearly shows them to be from the Middle East with, olive skin, and from a black woman in the case of Candace Owens, and I write, "Two disgusting white bigots," which human being with a functioning brain would be unable to recognize the satirical content of that tweet? So again, what I'm trying to point to at here is the rapid fire outrage that has taken over the minds and realities of endless cretins, enemies of reason. Stop before you tweet stupidity. Think about what you're doing, and maybe take that stick out of your rectum and appreciate this little thing called humor. Get ready. The book is getting closer to being done. It's going to ruffle some feathers. Cheers, everybody.